Hello beloveds who join me here now live or in the future now moment whenever you come into this video, wherever you're at in the world. I feel guided to share with you a practice that I used while I was at Envision Festival this last weekend as places that have very large groups of people gathering, especially when there is alcohol and drugs and plant medicines and all these things involved. Even if you yourself are not using them, they still are breeding beds for a lot of energetic interference. And I just wanted to share this really powerful, very simple way to protect your energy fields and to proclaim your sovereignty so that you can go out into the world and go out into, blending with all these different types of energies and all these different types of people, feeling like you are, 100% not going to be in any way energetically compromised. So a big piece of this, and it's a discussion that I've been having a lot recently, is around energetic hygiene. And just like you have, physical hygiene where you wash your hands after going into the bathroom or before and after preparing food, so that there's not a passing on of bacteria or a passing on of any microbes or any viruses that someone might be carrying. That's why we have physical hygiene. Well, it's the same for having energetic hygiene, whereas we protect and shield our energy body so that we're not passing around any parasitic entities, we're not passing around any bacteria in our astral bodies that can then influence us energetically. So just to give a little backstory about, this practice that we're going to be doing today, I'm going to be inviting you to try for yourself, is, right when I arrived at Envision Festival, which is the first time that I've been at a festival since I've been sober and not using anything to essentially shield and numb my very sensitive nature to energetic environments. And ultimately, when I walked in, it was like, whoa! There was energy coming at me from every direction. I could feel these energetic cords trying to come in my solar plexus. I could feel them trying to come in my roots and up my legs and down my crown. And, I looked at Alex and I said, we're going to need to do something in order for me to be here. Because right now my body is saying, no, this environment is not a place to be. You're going to need to bump up your protection work. You're going to need to bump up your energetic fields and create a higher level of protection energetically on multiple different planes. And that's really what we're going to be sharing with practice with you today to do, so that you can be in these spaces. And really immediately after doing this practice, my body came back into its center and my energy field was very strong and protected. And I could still feel the attempts at certain energies to try to gate into my fields, which happens when you're holding a massive amount of light. The brighter you shine, the more that energies are going to want to come into your field. And not all of those energies are going to be ones that are supporting your highest and best. So it's very important to practice energetic hygiene and to be in energetic sovereignty in this world. And it takes work. It takes you actually showing up and doing the practices to strengthen your auric field, to strengthen your energy body, because this doesn't just naturally happen in this world that we're in right now, because there's a lot of inauspicious energies on the planet currently that are trying to derail the evolutionary track that we're on. So with that being said, hi everyone who's here with me now live, seeing you all popping in and out of the field. And we're going to just dive into this practice now to strengthen our energy body, and you can use this at any time. So it's very quick, it's very brief, maybe a couple minutes will be in this. So I invite you to do it now with me, or to come back and do it later if you're in the middle of life and just tuning in quickly, scrolling through your feed. So I invite you all to close your eyes and to drop into your hearts through your breath. So feel your heartbeats, feel your breath move from your belly up to your heart, and from your heart all the way back down to your pelvic floor. Feel your belly expand and fall with each breath, just bringing you into your center, into your source. Now imagine that on your right hand side there is a magenta pink pillar of light. A magenta pink pillar of light. And imagine on your left hand side there is a royal blue pillar of light. So your body is currently between a pink and a blue pillar of light. And taking nice, long, deep breaths, inhaling through your nose, exhaling out your mouth. Begin to pull those pillars of light, the blue and the pink, into your body. So pulling them with your breath, inhaling that blue and pink pillar comes in your body. And with each breath, you're pulling more and more and more of those pillars of light into your body, into your field, so that a violet pillar of light forms up your central channel. The mix of the blue and the pink. And keep pulling and pulling and pulling that light into your body, into your astral body as well, because it goes all the way up and all the way down. And once you've pulled those pillars of light inside of you, expand that singular pillar of light all around you. And setting your intention now, we're going to set our intention to create a threefold mirror reflective field around the outside of your auric body. So what that means is you're going to have an intention to create a triple reflective field around your body, so that any energy that comes into your field that is not serving your highest and best, that it's not in alignment with this magenta and blue violet flame, is going to bounce off of your auric field and send that energy back to its sender threefold, so triple time. So it will triple and amplify the energy that's coming at you and sending it back. Because if you magnify that energy sending it back, they're not going to want to keep sending it to you if they know that you have these fields up. So having your intention to create that triple reflective field around your bodies now. So around your astral body, around your causal, around your buddhic, your atmic, your monadic. Just continue to feel that field, that purple light expanding and creating this reflective field all around you. And keep breathing, inhaling through your nose and exhaling with a deep sigh, releasing anything that comes up. And expanding that field far and wide throughout all time and space. See that field expand throughout every single timeline that is present to you now, that is unknown to you now, that has a potentiality of giving birth through you now. You want to be shielding and moving this energy throughout all time and space. Feel yourself at the center point of this field of light. Feel yourself rooted in the intention that you are holding to have this threefold reflective field anchored around your auric body, so that anything that is not welcome in your field will be reflected back to its sender. breathe that awareness all the way down into your roots, into your tailbone, down into your legs. Become rooted and grounded in your pelvic floor now. Breathe into your pelvic floor and center yourself in your hips, in your legs. To root and ground yourself. And whenever you feel this field intact around you, and whenever you feel that a luminescent spark within you to complete this practice, knowing that you are sovereign, you are protected, you have your energetic hygiene on point now. You can open your eyes and continue with your day. And these simple little tweaks that we do day in and day out, it's so important for us, especially as we go through this time where there's a massive amount of current coming into our planetary field. Where there's a massive amount of energy and focus and intention on Earth and every single being that is within this planet now. Which means that all types of spirits are being drawn to this planet, both of the light and of the dark. And they're being drawn in to essentially be a part of a massive planetary evolution. And these spirits require energetic bodies like ours, and animals and plants, in order for them to really feel the transformation that's taking place. And they will seek out beings to cling onto. And, you know, that can be really amplified in a space where there is a lot of people, like a festival or a grocery store, or, you know, we're heading into the summer months in the Northern Hemisphere, so we're going to come into more gatherings on the streets of people in your community and all these spaces where people are. This is where these spirits come to wait for people who have open fields, who don't have energetic protection around them, who are not sovereign. And sovereign means you are clear and pure, you are energetically in integrity within yourself. They're waiting for an opening to gate into your field and to be able to live through you. So it's very important to be really understanding how valuable it is to consider your energetic hygiene at this time. It is just as important as physical hygiene, as mental, emotional hygiene. And this is one of many practices that are available that said this very simple technique that we did right now, I used to create a complete 180 shift of how I was able to show up in a massive group of people. Because traditionally my body likes to be alone in a forest and not usually in massive groups of people. So this practice helped me to be able to be in a massive group of people who were drinking, who were using plant medicines, who were taking drugs, all things that spirits actually come and cling towards. And to be in that space and to not numb in that space, to be sober in that space, to be aware of all the energetics that were happening, and to know that I had proper energetic hygiene to ensure that nothing was going to gate into my field that would in any way hinder my ability to show up in this world as my true and authentic self. And that's really what it's all about, is energetic integrity, energetic sovereignty, energetic hygiene ensures that you are always showing up in the world as your true, authentic self. Because any type of spirit that starts to cling on and gate through you impacts how you show up in this world. It impacts your personality, it impacts your emotions, it impacts your mind and the thoughts that you're having. So it can change how you're actually experiencing your world. Just like physical parasites that, you know, people have in their guts and in other places in their body, you know, will actually take over the emotions and the mind of the person whose body they're living within, and have them crave certain foods and crave certain feelings and crave certain experiences in order to feed that parasite. Well, it's the same thing with energetic parasites as well, and with these energetic cords that come through. So this is like so important right now, to really be sure that we're always maintaining our vibration as we go out into the world and share our great medicine and our great teachings and our great experiences and our hearts. Especially the more vulnerably that we share our heart, the more open that we become, the more light that we allow to move through our bodies, the more that we become susceptible to this energy, the more important it is to develop regular practices that help you to shift and to stay clear and to stay pure and to stay in alignment. So I hope that you enjoyed this one of so many practices that I share in the Leaders Evolve Together, the Let's Vibrate Higher community. If you ever want any more details on that, you can just send me a private message. If you want more practice, if you want more ritual, if you want more energetic sovereignty and an amazing community of people who are constantly growing and evolving together, you know, always just reach out to me and I'll be happy to invite you into that space with us. So for those of you who are here with me now live, I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I hope you just tune into what changes in your reality as a result of having clear energetic boundaries. Feel it in your body, because our body is where we will most likely feel something off. It might be a ping. If you ever feel like a ping in your solar plexus, chances are someone's trying to send something to you. And they're not consciously doing it because it's not them. It's these spirits, it's these energies that are doing this. So if you feel any knots, things like this happening, this is likely something happening in your energetic body, and you're going to want to put up your shields and clean your energetic hygiene. And this is just one of a plethora of practices that you can do in order to allow yourself to align with that. So much love to you all. I'll see you again soon. Bye.